Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem. God Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You are Kim, this is Dakim, to do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the Prishimon, this week's topic is going to be entitled, They Are Conditioning You. The inspiration for the show comes from the fact that I was meditating on the book of Daniel's 12th chapter, the 4th verse. Knowledge shall increase. And technology plays a huge role in prophecy. And certain prophecies we read about it wouldn't be implemented without Esau getting his technological advances, which goes into parts of his miracles. All right, the Lord says he's wiser than Daniel. So you look at scriptures like Ezekiel 4:11 when it speaks about eating your bread amongst your bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. That's because this man has technologically advanced agriculture to where he could farm things without seeds in them, genetically modify them, right? Revelations, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse, going into the mark of the beast, right, which is the RFID microchip. This idea of tracking everything you buy and sell on an implantable chip, and you can't do transactions without it. We believe, Esau is going to want to be able to do more than that. But again, that's technologically advanced. Now, if you look at technology has been conditioning people to be in a state of comfort and a state of ease. Okay? Prime example. Right now, to get into the gym and access certain things in New York City, you need to have downloaded the Windows 19 on your computer, right? Now, you can have a card, right? But they condition you to have a digital proof that you've downloaded this particular program on your computer, right? And that's the part of the conditioning. From, if you look at money itself, going in transactions with cash, we have been conditioned to not use cash anymore, right? Prime example, I do the ride share, whether it be Uber or Lyft. You don't pay in cash. Everything is done digitally. And if brothers dabble into the stock market, you'll see that Uber and Lyft stock has been shit for the past, since it's been around. It's been complete shit. They don't make money. They're every earnings is another loss, and they giving the drivers all these money to keep working. So I'm thinking, who's funding this thing? Well, how does this thing keep going? Well, you think about it. Think about what it does. With Uber and Lyft, it's not like this. You have been conditioned now to not dealing in cash and being okay with giving out your location. Anytime you use Uber and Lyft, that's a digital footprint of where you're going and where you're at, all right, in certain patterns. That's valuable, all right? Data is very valuable to the elites. They want to know every single thing you're doing. Why? Because the scriptures tell you that he wants to be like the Most High. And what did King David say about the Most High? My uprising and my downsitting, and my thoughts are far off. So in the form of his social media, he knows what you're planning to do, all right? He picks up certain patterns with his algorithms and his AI machine learning, as it is called, right? And he knows where you're going, all right? And he can literally track you when you take these particular rideshare apps. So it's nothing for the government to fund these companies. Even if they're not making money, fund them. If they could track every single thing you're doing, that's what it's about. That's valuable, all right? No matter if this shit makes money or not, but he's, again, conditioning the people to give up their liberties for security. To the point now where, look, right now they're saying, okay, you can show your proof that you downloaded this program with a card, but soon it's going to be digital. And what's to stop them from saying, look, there's a new variant, and just keep conditioning the people to download this thing till boom. You've been so conditioned to have something put in your arm, all right, that you will willingly accept an RFID microchip in your arm, and that's the mark of the beast, man. All right. Gradualism, conditioning the minds of the people. That's how this devil works. Why? Scripture says in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, that so-called white man is a subtle beast, man. All right, he's subtle, under till the web, till us under the web. Meaning, of all the beasts or all the other nations, the so-called white man, when it comes to doing things covertly, all right, to reach an end or a goal or enterprise, they're the best at it, you know. And people have been conditioned so much. And I mean, when I mean conditioned, I mean the so-called white man, he'll start something this generation and already know the outcome is going to come in the next or second generation. That's how covert and patient he is. He operates like a serpent, you know. Look how far since the introduction of welfare. That's another thing our people have been conditioned. All right, now our people, you know, mainly Jake and the Judites here in America, they become so dependent on the government that if we're not getting help from the government, something's wrong. We've been conditioned that way. Welfare wasn't always around, and if you know anything about welfare, Jake been doing better without welfare. That's a tool to destroy families. That's all welfare does, man. It incentivizes the mother that she does not need a man, but rather the government, and with particular laws, Isaiah 10:1, that he's prescribed, all right, to benefit the woman in the case of divorce. You know, that's just another tool in breaking up the nuclear family, man. Because you take the father out the house, it's like taking the head off the body, you know. And that was the goal of it, man. So most of the Negroes, which are the tribe of Judah's mindset in America, is dependency, man. All right, Isaiah 31 tells us that. You know, all of them that go down to Egypt for help. That's how come a lot of Jakes that were not brought up in America. So, like, you know, you might have your Caribbeans, or you might have the Latin tribes that come from Mexico. They outwork a lot of the Jakes that were born here in America, because the Jakes that were born here in America, right, and grew up around, you know, that welfare system and government aid system, they have like a mindset to where they make it their own. Like, you know what I'm saying? They figure like if they not getting some form of help from the government, the shit ain't right. But them people, the Jakes that are from these different countries now, all right, so like the Jakes that are from the different countries, they'll just grind, man. All right, because they used to not having shit in their particular government where they their respective government where they come from don't help them. You know. So that's again another form of conditioning. So ultimately, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, all right. One of the tactics that he used is gradualism through the form of conditioning people to his agenda or enterprise, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11 tells us that we're not ignorant of these devices, man. All right, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai has revealed his secrets to the prophets, and one of the mysteries today is who's the devil, who's Esau Edom, all right. What does he fit in biblical prophecy, and what does his agendas have to do with prophecy? And we have figured out those things, starting with the apostles and the elders and their elders, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, that the so-called white man is Esau Edom, and he does have an agenda, a new world order system. That's why you think these stuffs are on your the monetary bills, man? Why the hell would they put a pyramid and an eagle and all these stuff on their bills? It's not for decoration, man. All right. It's a coded message, and we have decoded that message through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, and that message is this, okay? To make the people slaves, man. All right. I'm having a little issue with the phone. To make the people slaves, all right. All right, but yeah, all right. To make the people slaves. All right, and we're already like in subjection to this man, Romans 13:01. All right, but he wants to put it beyond taxes. He wants to own your soul. All right. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? Well, Rockefeller said it, man. Look, if you want to live, you're gonna have this chip in you. And if you go against the program, we just turn your chip off. Now you pretty much can't do shit in the society, man. All right. Trying to make himself like the Most High. And hey, look, here's the kicker. He's gonna get very close into achieving that goal. All right. The best way I could describe it is, you work at the job, and your lunch is at 12. And you're fucking starving, man. I don't know. For some reason, you're starving. All right. And you just can't wait till 12 o'clock to eat. And go on your break. All right. And then 11:59 and 59 seconds, some crazy shit happened. And you don't get to go on that lunch break. That's how the Most High is going to do when it comes to this devil establishing his new order, because the scripture says in the book of Job, I think the 20th chapter, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, or position of difficulty. So in other words, when he's when that the grain in the hourglass looks like it's about to run out, there's a few grain of sands left, and yes. Or you ever downloading something and it's at 99%, you're like, oh, it's about to hit 100, then boom, something happens. That's when the Most High is going to intervene, man. All right? Now, leading up to that particular time, there's going to be a trial and test of our faith, man. All right? I'm talking about the ones that believe in this thing, the ones that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, all right? And not to trust in this man's ways and his system. It's going to be a trial. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. We're going to be tempted, man. We're going to be tempted. Yahushua was tempted, and the servants is not greater than the master. Right? So we're also going to be tested and tempted and tried. All right? Can't say we refined yet. We can't say we tried and refined yet, because we haven't made it on the other side yet. We still have to be tried, or still being tried to this day. All right? And the Most High is refining us, but we haven't been fully refined yet. When we're on the chariots, boom, then we refine. Until then, every day is a test and a battle, But as these sheeple out here being conditioned to accept one thing of the next after the next, that's another thing too. People have been conditioned to just accept everything. You have to accept him and accept this and accept that. Well, Andrew Tate said, look, man, I believe he was probably quoting somebody, but it's true. If you accept everything, then you stand for nothing. All right, so we stand for something. Right, we stand for the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, okay? And if it's in our power to where, we're not breaking any laws, soon it will be considered breaking laws, all right? To go against this man's agenda that is counterintuitive to this truth, then we're going to stand up for it, man. All right? So no, hell no, we're not going to download that on our computer, man. Even though everybody's getting in the habit of downloading things, all right? We're not going to do it. Lord willing. With that, give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Hey, salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim, Tazadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Stay strong, brothers. We're almost up out of here. Right? That's Shalom.